Hello and welcome back to a early uh, solo night. It is Monday, and I decided to. I wanted to get this rolling a little earlier than normal, mainly because I am thinking of doing some airbrushing today, which is not going to be streamed, but because I want to do that, I figured I need to. I want to make sure I have some time for it. So I wanted to get through a solo scenario, and yeah, this one I think is gonna kind of fit that label well enough. So today's scenario is a rather old one from ASLUG or ASLUG, ASLUG, or the Advanced Squad Leader Union of Gamers group. It's one of their earlier ones, I believe. I could very well be wrong on this one. I forget how many they actually released. It's over 16, I believe, but I forget what the total number is. Regardless, we are in Albania with a scenario between the Italians and Greeks, where the Greeks are attacking and the Italians have a an interesting defensive position they have to worry about. So this scenario is 6 turns. EC is wet. There's no wind at start, and there is a few SSRs here that yeah, we'll see. We'll see how they factor out here. So first off, there is a 3 squad foxhole that is placed in hex 905. 905 is essentially one of the highest positions on this entire board. Obviously, there's some. I believe this stone building technically qualifies for the highest if you're at the upper level, but the hilltop itself, 733, would qualify for that regardless. No Italian infantry may gain concealment prior to turn 1, aka you cannot gain it on setup, which is where you would normally get it in a scenario where both sides start on board and don't have line of sight to each other. The Italian infantry gun and its crew may not set up hip, so you don't get like a hidden thing, but you may conceal them and they can be emplaced. So essentially, they'll have their +2 TEM. And lastly, the first Greek MMC to fail a morale check will automatically generate a hero. Now, I'm not 100% sure how to interpret this as to whether or not the squad itself doesn't, if you just ignore the result and you generate a hero, I assume that they break and there's just one guy that kind of, gets out of it as a hero. So, nonetheless, with all those things being in their positions, the setups are rather restrictive for this scenario. Now, the Greeks have a very tenuous position. They have to set up 2 hexes from R5 on board 2, which, as you can see, does not give them a lot of area to cover. You can be on higher elevation, but that leaves you exposed to defensive shots. You can be exposed and also be in that same danger just out of fewer people's vision, and any of the somewhat defensive positions may not offer a huge amount of protection because next thing you know you are seen. So as an example, I believe that Q4 may be the only hex that does not get spotted, but I actually do need to draw up a line between these upper hexes to determine whether or not that's true. Now, I believe that this hex being 2 levels above P3 might actually see it, but I feel like no matter what, there should be a blind hex. So blind hex confirmed, and I don't believe either of these. This does? Okay, well, so nobody gets concealment. That's lame. On the flip side, the Italians must set up on or between hex rows M and Z, so they also are somewhat restricted. It's just not as bad because you get to choose. There's quite a few defensive positions you can pick. Not technically L1, but you can get there really quick. Building, and obviously the higher elevation really helps out here. Last thing as well, both sides will get reinforcements. I've only put the Greek reinforcements on board, but the Italians will get some as well. And oddly enough, both sides have the same amount of infantry. I don't know how that's going to work out, especially using the IIFT. I believe that this may just be imbalanced towards the Italians, which is very strange to ever have to say and admit. But I don't want to throw it to the wolves too quickly here, and we'll just have to see and savor the moments as they come. So yeah, the Italians do also get vehicles. Like I said, I just haven't put them on yet, but I'm very wary that this is going to turn out well for them. But since the Greeks attack, I might as well try my best to make the best out of it. And first thing is the Greek reinforcements. They enter on turn 1, but they have to be within on or within 2 hexes of board 2 GG6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So bottom. So the closest they can be is this woods hex G4. I also want to make sure that I am doing the log file. All right, cool. So without further ado, let's see here. I gotta split some guys up. Man, the vision's just so bad. I don't want to expose some guys right away. So I think this is going to be game plan. These guys will just hope and pray, I guess. Okay. Weather, there's no change. I don't have any rally phase actions. Neither do the Italians. Actually, I need to move this guy because, again, he's not in a proper setup, so he'll go to W4. Yeah, probably for the best. Prep fire phase. So in the prep fire phase, I had one plan here. I think this is the only realistic plan. It's to have an HMG shoot at as many of these targets as they can from their position and hope to break people. And if it doesn't work out, then yeah. 6 turns is not a lot. Also, I forgot, the victory condition is the last side to control 905 wins the game. You can probably imagine how tough that's going to be for the Greeks to go up 4-5 levels, because you're going to be at ground level no matter what. So you have to go up 5 levels and essentially duck, dip, dodge, dive, and dodge Italians at every edge. So yeah, 6 firepower, range is 12. I think that's good enough for everything. So first target's going to be this foxhole because it has all the mortars and the heavy or the medium machine gun. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, perfect. Okay, well, that's a 3-on-6, which is kind of a crazy thing to open up with. 3-on-6 is a K2. So random selection, leader 1, 2, 3. So leader takes the wound. Is he dead? No. And then I said K2. Yeah. So 2 morale checks. So this is gonna be bad. Yeah. Break ELR, and break ELR. Okay. Well, if I can just get that all the time, that'd be pretty dope. I'm going to chance it and take a second shot. That is a 5-on-6. That is a 1 morale check. So leader will break because he's now a 7-0 rather than an 8-1. So he breaks, and then it's a 1 morale check on everybody. Dead, and alive somehow. So both mortar guys are dead. Yeah, both mortar guys are dead, and this guy somehow manages to survive. It is rate of fire 3, so I do have another shot if I really want to. I think I'm gonna save it against. You know what? No. And then that'll be an 11, which won't do anything. Yeah, I think that was the right choice, because I could have potentially killed that leader, and that would have really helped out. Okay, well, that changes things up. It's not necessarily the best anyways, but it's still good. I am going to try and force some errors here. So CX, first squad, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I take a shot? No, because this is too juicy. Then I'll get road bonus. I am going to declare CX with the guy in S4. He's going to go down, bypass 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this guy can see him because he can see the vertex. So I'll take a 1.5 down 2. 6 on 1.5 is nothing, unfortunately. I also don't leave any residual. So this guy is here for 1, 2. And that's going to be another 1.5 down 2. Pin test check. He's fine. And then 3, 4. And we'll do 5, 6. Do I do anything there? Yeah, I need to... yeah, I think it's worth it. I'm going to take a 3, 3 flat. 7 on 3, I believe, is a pin task check. But more importantly, I get... he's pinned. More importantly, I get some residual going. Okay. Next up, squad in T4 declares CX, goes to T3 for 1. I will not declare a shot. No, you know what? I'm going to declare a shot with this LMG. I believe these are both half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they're both halved. So it's a 2.5 down 2, nothing, which is kind of gross. But I will get 1 residual here. So this squad is moved for 1. They'll go down to T2 for 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I subsequent? Yeah, you know what? They'll subsequent. There's a... oh, man. What's the number for it? I think it's just... yeah, it's just for breakdown. So it should be fine. It's flat. It's a 6 on 2.5. Because now they're technically full power, but then have for subsequent. So pin test check. They pass. This guy is now full and final defensive, and there's a 1 residual. All right. Next up, 457 R4 declares CX. 1. I feel like I have to... where do I risk it? Yeah. 1 down 2. Pin test check. He's fine. 3. As I get there, is there anybody that could take a shot? Technically, yes. But I think he's fine. 4, 5. And then he'll stop there. I don't need the movement speed right now. So I'm going to go squad in the leader. As I do that, this squad will shoot. It's a 2.5. Or sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it's a 1.5 flat, so no effect. Or sorry, it's 2.5. I don't know why I'm saying 1.5. Because I'm shooting with the LMG, so it's 2.5. So it is a pin test check, but I will get nothing else out of it. So pin test check, leader's fine, squad's fine. 1 residual. I will then take another move to T2, and I'm just going to let it rip here with this gun, because I do not trust this at all. Taking a shot, I do not have rate of fire, which is really bad from the get-go. Italians, which I believe are red number, gun red number. I have to check. Italians are red numbers. Okay, so 13, I need a 5. I am very lucky that there is a -2 to the shot for non-assault movement and open ground. So that is a hit. And that's not great. 4 on 60... Or, sorry, no, it's a short barrel. Yeah, no, that's a miss. I'm always forgetting the short barrel. Garbage. Yeah. So that will be a miss, unfortunately. So I can just ignore that roll, which really sucks, because that's a good roll. So they will miss, and there is an acquisition. Yeah, maybe there's a world where I should have used area target type, but I don't think so. So that goes there. These guys have spent 3 so far, and they'll go there for 4 or 5. Yeah. Okay. I mean, at this point, I feel kind of invincible, which is a far cry from my original view on this one. Yeah, I'm gonna CX this guy, and he's just gonna go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Join that guy. This entire stack will bypass 1, 2, 3, bypass 4, 5, 6, bypass 7, 8. Because nobody can see him, and why not? Yeah, I kind of just need to be a nuisance at this point. So guy with the LMG is going to go up to P4 for 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I might as well try a 1.5 down 2. Pin test check. He's fine. Man, my rolls have been bad. It's a 2, 3, and we'll go 4. As I get to 4, this guy will try a 1.5 down 2. All right, nope. Okay, so he's there. I'm going to do a similar move here. Or actually, I don't need to. Yeah, I don't need to. I need to wait for that guy. One of the squads will declare CX. They go up to Q3 for 2. I don't think I have a shot. 3. As I get there, I'm going to double subsequent these guys. Okay, well, they're firing at 6 firepower. They're halved for subsequent, and then they are coward, but that is still a 0 on 1, which is, unfortunately, a KIA. Yeah, and that was 1 firepower, so there's nothing there, which I think I still have the ability to do some stuff here. So Q3 for 2, 3, 4. As he gets there, I'm going to try and subsequent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, never mind. So he gets there for 4, and then we'll do 5. I don't think I could hit that guy from there. And then guy with the ATR assault moves to R3. I think that's it. I forgot to mark myself in the right phase. Who even plays tactical scale? Well, I mean, great question. Great question. I was going to make a joke about playing World in Flames, but I don't want to get people's hopes up because I've already done that once. Actually playing it at the very least. Not saying I was going to play it. And that was fun. but I definitely feel like World in Flames has like one too many problems for my liking, which sucks because I really like that game, and eventually I will make my own version of it. Thank you. I have to honestly get my ass onto in gear on making either mods to World in Flames or making my own version of World in Flames because I really don't like its naval combat. Uh, Especially since you get to choose like targets and boats, and I always found that to be not fun because if you're the U.S. or like the U.K., you can just like build a shit ton of destroyers and like light cruisers and just lose them and then rebuild them in less than a year, which just I don't know, it feels weird. I feel like in naval combat you would at least somewhat know the targets you're shooting at. I don't think I've ever seriously looked at Daisenso. Um, that's not the one that's also World War II, but just like focused heavily on the Pacific War, right? I'm thinking of a different one. Or is Daisenso like the Pacific War version, or the like a company of yes, that's what it was. I was about to say Totaler Krieg. Yeah. I'd actually have to look. It's bad. That sucks. I feel like I need to look into it though because I've definitely heard of people play it and like look at it, but I would love to know what the rules are that it has in place, um, as like a comparison to World in Flames. I think there's just enough like cool stuff that World in Flames promises, but uh, it never quite got when it comes to politics and like national events, outside of like some of the combat stuff as well. But uh, anyways, while I continue this conversation here, defensive fire phase, everybody had shot, so there's not much I can do. Advanced fire phase, I don't really have any like really good shots. I guess 2 up 2. That's just inviting problems. Yeah. Routes, for as much as like as bad as it is up in this foxhole, I'm gonna stay here because I want to try and keep that location and just hope. And I don't want to lose access to some of that stuff. In the advanced phase, I'm going to take this building. This guy with the LMG is going to go into M4. Guy with the ATR, I'm just debating when I want to pop him out. I think I'm going to wait because I want to get him into R2 Q3, and well, it does make him, yeah, you know what, I'll just go to R2, whatever. I don't think it's the best idea I have. These guys are going to, I don't trust this at all. I don't know what the line of sight is, and we're gonna split the B here and do this. Leader's gonna stay back so he doesn't get shot at, and I think we're good. Yeah, no CC. We go to Italian turn 1. But like I was saying, I do think that there's a lot of cool stuff that exists in Flames. I do know I've looked at some of like is it Dreadnought? There's one that's for World War One, but I forget if it's specifically World in Flames coded, like it's the same people and they just made Dreadnought their World War One version, or if I'm thinking of a different game. But I know they have a World War One version, and yeah, like I'm just very curious as to how other series, other games deal with naval combat, especially. I think the air combat was done well in World in Flames. The ground combat was good. Like I don't remember it being bad. I do remember, if I had one major complaint too about combat, was the not the weather per se, but the turn length. Sometimes, like if you don't have like a minimum of 3, you can really get screwed over as like you're the Russians or whatever, or whichever, I guess technically would be the Russians, and then like the UK and whatever, and you only get like one turn of movement and stuff. And I sort of understand why they did it that way, but in some cases it's just really bad. Also, I've got 3 alerts. What's going on here? Skip frames. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Wait, why was that saying... whatever. I think everything's fine. Although I was dropping frames for some reason, so I think I am making a good decision of doing this early. Okay, so weather was nothing. I got 1 self-rally to do. Didn't get it. Oh, you know what? That wouldn't count. I'm remembering that the Greeks get a free hero, but on a KIA, that's not failing a morale check, so they wouldn't get it. This guy does not rally, so that goes away, despite a really good number. And I have to put some reinforcements on board. What do the Italians get? So the Italians are going to get 4 squads of 346s. They are going to get an 8-0. They are going to get 1 solitaire LMG. And then I need to decipher these vehicles. So that is something with the CMG, which is not great. Wrong version, right vehicle. There we go. They get an AB40, which not good. And they get 2 trucks. 29? Yeah, it's a 29. Alright. I'm wondering if I'm losing frames because I am doing something. Yeah, I'm probably because I'm watching Games Done Quick on a side. I probably shouldn't be doing it, but whatever. We'll do this and LMGs with the other one. Right. I don't care for these guys going first because, to be honest, that just seems like a really bad idea. You're going to start unbutton so I can get speed. And yeah, cool. So that's the reinforcements. They have to in on 9Y10. They can't enter anywhere else. And then eventually there was going to be vehicles on 9A6. Actually, vehicle. And it's a tankette, so it sucks. But nonetheless, I am trying not to complain too much about any gifts I'm getting here, because boy howdy, I need the assistance. So prep fire phase. Prep fire phase. This is tough. I've got some targets, but none of them are really good. I think first things first. This infantry gun could not track into this building, or at least you know what, I might as well check because legally I could. Yeah. Despite the number of levels above, I guess the minimum I think is always 1. I'm going to take a shot at 1 though, because that is a juicy shot, and I believe I see it without any issue. Yeah. Well, that may be enough. So, range is 11 this time. So I need 6. There's 1 team and short gun, which turns 6 into a 5. So I will get a hit. No rate, but sniper doesn't activate. And then a nice subsequent 5 on 10, 2 morale check. So this guy will fail, which then technically means that a hero is generated. And then 2 morale on this guy. He's wow. Okay. So this flop these guys to the bottom. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. They don't have any other shots. I think this guy's got to make a play to go in here. Only 1 broken guy. I might be able to push, be super aggressive, just so I can try and survive here. I think these two LMG guys are going to have to pull back to M. I don't want to do an assault move and then just exist to punish these guys, because I like that's just like bad play to put it mildly. Take care, Tekapo. Thanks for stopping. I always appreciate it. Okay, so I think part of our phase to attempt LMG in M3 is going to shoot 5 and do another 5 up 1 in S1. Cower to 2. That's a 5-on-2, which is a normal. Hero is fine. The squad breaks and one guy is reduced. I think that's just a normal, and ELR I think is 3. He will ELR. Yeah, he'll ELR and break reduced. Okay. Well, deal. Guy is, there's at least one allied sand to check for, no activation, and I don't know if I have any other shots to make here. Yeah, I don't think so. Man, I don't know why. My thing, I might have to reset my PC after this because it is acting up. I'm gonna save, exit out of an Excel sheet, and yeah, just kind of hope and pray. All right, that's it for our movement phase. I'll do the easy ones first. So this should be half. I believe uphill should be a +2 if I'm crew exposed. Terrain, hill, vehicle, DOTH, armored cars, DOTH, 4 MP, unless it's road, which is 2. All right, cool. So that's 3 total. I'm gonna get a counter out because I will always mess this up over a long period. So I'm at 3 right now. 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think this ATR guy sees him. 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, 10. Yeah, you know what? I am... So 10 there. I think I need to risk it. So 10.5, 11. 11. He would only have seen him for half a point. 12. 12.5. 13.5. 14. Now it's blind hex territory. I'm going to button up. 15, that wouldn't be 16. 15, open ground is 3. So 18. As I get there, ATR is going to pull the trigger. It's not a small, so there should just be... Ooh, where could he have seen him from? Well, it doesn't matter. I would have seen 3. So there's +2. Yeah, I think there's just a +2. 2 kill is not enough. So he's there for 18. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and then stop for 27. Does anybody here have a gun or anything? No. All right. Well, that's bad for these broken guys. Yeah. Next up, trucks should be 1, 2, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, stop 16. Next up, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, stop 16. Now for the other stuff. Squad in Z1 is going to go to Y1 for 1, bypass X1 for 2, and then into K1 for 4. I don't think this guy can see him. I don't know if I can see W1 from this position. I think I see over it. I should be able to see over it. But I'm going to take this 3, 4, 6 an assault move down to 0. I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try with the LMG guy. I feel like I should be able to see him. Damn it. Yeah, I think if he's on the higher level, I'll see him, which makes it worse. Which that in light of it's doubled to 8. It's an assault move, so +2. It's a normal morale check. That guy is fine. Holy moly, that's not good. 4 residual. This 3, 4, 6 will go 1 to W1. This guy, I believe, now might he might not be locked. Subsequent, I don't think he's locked because he doesn't technically see these guys. But it probably won't matter anyways. He can't see there either, man. Why? I think, yeah, it makes sense that he plateaued. I don't know why I'm thinking that he could. I'm just being a dork at this point. So he gets there for 1, then 2, 3. This guy's going to fire again. It is up 1 for being CX'd, and it is double halved, so it's a normal morale check. That guy will break, and ELR. That's a bummer. This 7-0 is going to for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gotta try and resurrect that guy at this point. This 3, 4, 6 is going to go up to Q5 and then into P5 for 3. There's a very good question as to whether or not I should shoot him, but I don't think I will. I think my goal here is to save these guys and blast 05 again. And at worst, blast these guys on the hill. Speaking of, I do. Oh yeah, you know what? I might as well just do. Ooh, wait, but if I. So, the thing I'm worried about here, man, I really understand why I'm skipping today. This just makes me feel bad. I'm just gonna quit out of this. And if that doesn't do it, then maybe I will just close Chrome. Maybe Chrome's taking up a lot of resources. Sorry for the troubleshooting here, folks. My options here are squad goes to U1. Oh, you know what? Yeah. I think that might be worthwhile to try here. So he'll go to T3 for 1. I don't think anybody sees him. Goes to U3 for 2, U2 for 3, and then U1 for 4. Now, if with this guy and he breaks, he is automatically captured. Like, there's nothing I can do. And so I don't want to do that as the Greeks, because truth be told, I just have a lot of power. Yeah, man, my Google Chrome must really be acting up here, because even Task Manager is taking a long time to do stuff. That's so weird. And this guy, because if captured for sure, and that's just and otherwise, yeah, I think the safe play here is just to have him exist and try to pull it out here. Try to just get a victory. CC. Yeah, go. You're getting squashed here, and we're gonna hope that that doesn't somehow kill and whatever. Okay. Now that that's the case, I do have a fun to try and get at these guys. Problem is, this guy has only first fired, so not worth it. Yeah, maybe it's not worth it. I could do 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I'm gonna try and take advantage of the plateau here. 1, 2, 3. As I get, guy's gonna shoot. It's, yeah, wow, I'm still skipping frames. You know, Vassal might be killing itself. Yeah, I think this is a Vassal issue. That's crazy. So somehow I'm getting a lot of traffic off Discord. I really don't understand what the heck's going on. Anyways, that was a 1 down 1, so no effect, which is very unfortunate. Then 4 to P3. I'm not sure if S5 sees him, but like I said, I'm going to save that for later. Defensive fire phase. So I have some options here. I'm going to try for these two squads, unless I split it. Nah, you know what? These two squads against N3. No, all right, never mind. Next up, heavy machine gun is going to shoot at the foxhole. So it's an up 1 on 6. 8 on 6 is a pintash check. It doesn't do anything, but it will re-DM those guys. I'm then going to take another shot because of the rate of fire. It's the same shot, so no effect. Very unfortunate, actually. No other thing to do here, so we'll go to advanced fire phase. I am going to have the rear machine gun on this vehicle shoot 2 up 1. Nope. And then the 4 firepower machine gun to shoot at S1. Also no, which is very unfortunate. We'll take off residuals here. I'm going to have both of these squads shoot into the building as a 6 up 2. Wow. Cowers to a 4. None of them are green. So cowers to 4. 1 morale check on that guy. He is broken, which is very unfortunate because I was hoping to go into CC and not lose that guy. No other advanced fire phase. We'll go to routes. Attacker first, as always. So this guy goes back 2 hexes. I could technically have brought him back down 1. Doesn't really matter. Take off defensive here. And this guy has to surrender because there's nowhere for him to go that's not adjacent or in the open. So because he becomes prisoners, I'm going to refuse them as the Italians. I don't want to have to deal with prisoners. Although, yeah, I think if the Greeks had an ELR of 2 and the Italians were 3, I think I would at that point I might decide to do that. But yeah. Yeah, that's really... This whole skipping frames thing is really bugging the hell out of me. That sucks. Okay, order declared. There. Perfect. So, all that's happened. We'll go to the advanced phase. In the advanced phase, I don't need these guys in certain locales. You can go up. Can't eject those guys. He's going to go to a higher level. You're going to go there. This guy's going to go... I believe... I don't believe I can go into the foxhole, but I can at least get in the hex, which then at least forces a choice, but probably be screwed anyways. Oh, right. I also forgot. These guys can't technically go anywhere. Yeah, there's nowhere for them to go because they can see this guy, so they can't get closer, and they would only be able to route yonder. There's no... The vehicle can't take prisoners, so these guys are just auto-killed. There's just nothing... that's a true failure to route right there. Which, man... For as bad as the Italians had it on turn 1 with all the breaks, yeah, there's... You got really lucky with at least 2 snake eyes. Turn 2, weather's nothing. Rally phase, I've got only things for Italians, and they both have... so self-rally, no. And the other one here, also no. That's it for rally. Go to prep phase. I might as well. Heavy machine gun is going to target the LMG there. Great shot. That's a 5-on-6, which I think is a 1. 5-on-6, 1 check. He's pinned. I'm going to take a second shot because I got rate of fire. That's another 5-on-6, 1 check. Yeah, had to happen at some point. ELR and break. I do have rate. I will swap my target for the foxhole. I don't cower. I do have rate, and that is a 7-on-6, which I believe is a normal. The guys in the foxhole are going to... leader's fine, and yeah, that guy's dead. Leader is once again DM'd. I do have rate, so I will shoot at the foxhole again. No. And no rate, sadly. ATR at vehicle, hit. It actually. ATR 5, range will guarantee it being a kill. 1 armor, it's up by 2. So the ATR beats it by 1 at the very least, and would technically beat it by 2 for hitting the rear compartment there. Now, crew survival doesn't survive. Unfortunate, but honestly, for eliminating 2 squads, or 1.5 squads, is pretty good. I will certainly take it, and it cuts down on a turn of these guys being able to do anything. Is pretty good. Is there any other prep fires for me to do? Not really. I did not shoot these guys. Yeah, there's nobody to watch that approach, which is really nice. However, only Italians are close and are threatening. I think I'm just going to go to movement phase here. So this guy loses CX. I'm going to have 1 squad go here for 1, then 2, 3. I don't think anybody sees them, and then 4. And this guy, who was not CX'd at the start, is going to declare CX. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, it's... I might just have to call this... I really don't know why my fucking CPU is just acting up. This is so annoying. I can't remember the last time I was having dropped frames garbage. Man, okay. I don't even. I call this a draw. I don't want to do. I'm gonna speed play this. Bypass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't go any further. Bypass 1, bypass 2, 3. Bypass 1, bypass 2, 3, 4. Hero is going to go up to 1 for 2. I am going to have this guy shoot as a 3 flat. 7 on 3. Hero's pins. I don't know why I rolled for that. So he shot 3, 4, 2. No. 6 normal. Fine. 8, 0 is going to pass 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. He's going to stay with. Yeah, you know what? I should blah. Down to 2 on 5. What's a 2 on 5? I should have done that earlier. 2 on 5. K2, that sucks ass. K2. 2 squads are going to get halved. I need to play this fast at this point. This really sucks. 2 morale check. He's fine. Didn't click it a second time. He's also fine. He breaks, and he's fine. Okay. So everybody that okay. Consider chop. He did not do anything special there. Sniper does activate 5-3. 1, 2, 3. I will pick there. There is only one target. He's dead. That DMs this. 7 things to do. An assault move. As he does that, 3 up 1. Check. 3 up 1. He's fine. Okay. The defensive fire phase. Shoot guy that went down. That is guaranteed hit, I think. Range is 10. Short. We've already been through this. Short. It will actually doesn't affect him at that range, so I think I messed up last time. Which doesn't matter because that's still up 1. So we're looking at 65, which I already was on the 10 firepower. It has a 1. He's fine. Sniper activates. Sniper is 6-6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Goes back. Goes to him. Pins him. There. He's ready to fire. Okay, well. That's. Easy come, easy go, as they say. Advanced fire phase. 1. No. 4. No. Have anything with that? 1. No. Alright. Routes is a great question. This guy, I think, can technically stay where he is because he's not adjacent to anybody, but he can't route anywhere. Yeah, I think he still gets a for height advantage. I don't think he has to move anywhere. These guys stay where they are. Try to be hopeful. This guy's going to stay where he is because it doesn't matter. And this guy can technically route there. I think he's technically allowed to go there. Advances. We're, like I said, I'm going to and get this over with ASAP because I presume I'm just always dropping frames, and I really cannot fathom as to why that's happening. It's quite frustrating to see. You guys are going to go up, you're going to go up, you're going to go here, you're going to go there. It's very frustrating. I don't want... I don't like it when it affects this, and I don't know how many frames are being dropped. It's just... somehow... I don't even understand how I'm losing frames or whatever. The only other thing I can think of is I am going to save, and I'm going to hope that saving game. I'm gonna try and refresh this specifically as Vassal, and we'll see if it works. So disappear for a sec. Apologies. Okay. So the Vassal entirely. We're gonna bring up manager and pray that it opens up normally. Wow, there's really, I really do. Should be like Windows is decided. We're gonna hit you with a dumb shit. Yeah, wow. I didn't even remember task or not responding. There's something real messed up. Okay, well, you know what? I am going to see if Vassal right now maybe game and like it's still giving me, yeah, I'm still getting skipped frames and I cannot understand. I'm going to restart. I'm going to hope that everything is fine, and so see you soon.